Right now, it takes an average of 5 months to complete on a property purchase in the UK. And even after all that waiting, 1 in 3 transactions falls apart, leaving buyers thousands of pounds out of pocket with nothing to show for it. It's slow, expensive, and completely outdated. But now that system is about to change. The UK government has announced major reforms that could make buying homes faster, easier, and cheaper than ever before. And if you know how to take advantage of it, it could save you thousands. So in this video, I'll reveal what's changing, what it means for you, and how you can use this to your advantage before the market catches on. To understand just how game-changing these new reforms could be, we first need to talk about how broken and outdated the UK's current system is, especially compared to other countries. Like in Norway, buying a house takes about a month. In Denmark, it's even faster. Buyers can seal the deal in just a few weeks because their system actually just makes sense. Meanwhile, in the UK, we're stuck in systems that feel like it hasn't been updated in decades. Last June, I offered on a property using a bridging loan, which is supposed to be an express lane for property finance. But fast forward to March this year, and I am still waiting to complete on that property. That's 9 months of back and forth, endless emails, and a lot of costs piling up. And this isn't just my experience. This is very normal in the UK. On average, it takes 5 months to buy a house. And even after waiting this long, 1 in 3 transactions still falls through. That means for every 3 people who go through this stressful, expensive process, 1 walks away with nothing but a pile of wasted fees. In total, this broken system burns through £400 million every single year. On top of that, estate agents and conveyancers waste 4 million working days a year chasing transactions that never go anywhere. Now that is another £1 billion hit to the economy. And beyond the money, it's the stress, the uncertainty. Buyers left hanging for months, sellers forced to relist their properties and do viewings over and over and over again, and investors missing out on opportunities because the system moves too slowly for us to act. So why is it so bad? Well, the problem comes down to the fact that the UK property market is still stuck in the paper age. Unlike other countries, we rely on a very manual process, outdated legal checks, and just terrible information sharing across platforms and organisations. Key property data isn't shared efficiently, and there's no standardised system to speed things up. But now, for the first time in nearly a century, the government is actually looking like they might do something about it. So on February the 9th, they announced a set of major reforms designed to bring property transactions into the 21st century. Their plan focuses on 3 key digital transformations, all aimed at completely modernising how we buy and sell homes. Right now, when we agree to buy a property, you're basically committing to a mystery box. You don't actually get all of the details about the house, things like planning permissions, leasehold charges, or boundary disputes until weeks or even months into the process. By the time that your solicitor finally gets hold of all this information, you've already spent hundreds or, to be honest, thousands of pounds on legal fees, surveys, mortgage applications, and if something bad turns up, the whole deal then just falls apart. And this is why the first big change they're making is to give buyers all the key information up front. Instead of waiting weeks for basic searches, buyers will know exactly what they're buying and dealing with before they even make their offer. But that's just the first step. Another massive problem when buying property is that nobody in the system talks to each other properly. If you've ever bought a house, you'll know what I mean. Your solicitor, your mortgage lender, your estate agents all work on completely separate systems, so half the time they don't know what stage anything is at any one time. And this is why buyers end up spending weeks chasing updates and why tiny admin issues become huge delays. So to fix this, the government is saying that they will introduce a system that allows key property data to be shared between trusted professionals in real time. So with this change, you can track your transactions properly, professionals will have instant access to key documentation, and the entire process should move way faster than it does today. And then there's one of the most pointless delays in the entire process: ID verification. Right now, buyers have to prove their identity multiple times to their solicitor, to their mortgage lender, their estate agent, because for some reason, and I've never understood this, there is no central system that allows professionals to verify ID just once, securely, and save it and then just share that with everyone. And this is why something as simple as proving who you are can add weeks to the process. So the final major change government is introducing is digital ID verification, so that buyers only have to go through this process once. And my personal hope is that you do that once and it can apply to every transaction there moving forward. So that means no more duplicate checks and a system that functions like it's actually 2025, not 1925. And if you're thinking, yeah, but will this actually work? Well, there's proof out there that says that it can. The UK is looking at Norway's system where these digital reforms already actually exist. In Norway, property data is available completely upfront. ID checks are done instantly, and the entire process is structured to be fast and transparent. As a result, you can buy a house in just 1 month instead of 5. Also, this isn't just another vague promise for the distant future. The government have said that they've already launched a 12-week project to map out exactly how these digital systems will work, and they're running a 10-month pilot with multiple councils to test the implementation of it. Plus, the digital transformation builds on other housing initiatives the government already has started on, including the New Homes Accelerator to unblock thousands of homes stuck in planning, £68 million that's been awarded to local councils to unlock housing on brownfield sites, and an additional £3 billion in housing guarantees to help builders. So this isn't just making transactions faster, it's part of a much larger plan to fix the UK housing market from the ground up. And by the way, if you are wanting to get involved in property and start investing and you want to do it the right way, then you can check out the property investment playbook that contains things like courses, checklists, calculators completely for free. You should access it in the link in the description. Now, what does that actually all mean for you? Well, the obvious upside is that it's faster transactions, but the benefit goes beyond just the speed of it. Let's start with the changes that just came into effect in March for leaseholders. If you own a leasehold property, you know how frustrating it can be. Unfair service charge changes, terrible building management, and just feeling like you have no control over it whatsoever. Well, as of March the 3rd, the new right to manage measures have actually already kicked off. So you can now take control of your building much more easily. You get to decide on how your service charges are spent, and you no longer have to pay your freeholders any legal fees when you make a claim. This can save you up to £3,000 and removes one of the biggest barriers that landlords use to block you with. But this isn't just about leaseholders. The bigger digital shake-up coming to the housing market will impact every buyer and investor, just in different ways. If you are a first-time buyer, with the new system, you'll actually know what you're getting into before you're spending a single penny. Instead of waiting weeks for search results, you'll have all the key property information up front so that you won't be hit with unexpected problems months into the process. And next, if you're a passive investor, these changes level the playing field. Currently, very professional investors have a big speed advantage. They have the cash and they have the connections to move really, really quickly, which helps them get properties at bigger discounts at better prices. And when a sale takes 5 months and might fall through, sellers will take less money from someone who can buy quickly and reliably. But when everybody can complete faster, that advantage seems to go away. You're finally able to compete for good deals because the system won't be holding you back. Now, if you're a professional investor, you might be thinking, isn't this just a downside for me? And in a way, it kind of is. If your business model is being fast, reliable cash buyer, you might lose your edge as everyone else is able to speed up their process. But the upside is that you will save on costs, grow your portfolio faster, and face less risks of deals collapsing. So whether you're buying your first home or looking to invest, how do you actually prepare for these changes? Well, here's what you should be doing right now. Number 1, start looking at properties now. The more you understand about what's coming, the faster you'll be able to move when the changes actually take place. And number 2 is find a solicitor who's ready for digital transactions. Some will adapt fast and others will not. Make sure that you are working with people who will adapt quickly and not get stuck in the old ways of doing things. And number 3, most importantly, adjust your strategy. If you relied on a slow market to find good deals, then it's time to adjust to the system that's being brought in, where speed isn't just for the professionals. The UK property market is about to change more than it has in decades, and if you understand and adapt quickly, you'll have a big advantage in the years ahead. But with all these changes happening so fast, You might be wondering, is now actually the right time to be buying? This digital revolution will make buying property cheaper and faster, but timing is still crucial to maximizing your returns. So check out this video next where I answer the question, should you buy property in 2025 or wait until 2027?